I am always chosen. The moment I breathe, the universe rearranges itself to prove this truth to me. I am not waiting for someone to pick me, to validate me, to tell me I am worthy, because I am the chooser of reality itself. Every experience, every encounter, every person who crosses my path does so because I have assumed the position of being the one who is always chosen. I am the magnetic center of my world, and my world has no choice but to orbit around the brilliance of my being. When I walk, the air moves differently. When I speak, the silence bends to listen. When I exist, reality acknowledges the authority of my presence. I do not chase love. I radiate it. I do not seek validation. I am validation itself. I do not wonder if I am enough. I am the definition of enough. I am the embodiment of being chosen. Every cell in my body knows it. Every vibration in my field confirms it. Every version of me in every dimension agrees. I am the one who is always chosen. It's not arrogance. It's divine remembrance. It's the soul awakening from the illusion of lack and realizing that the entire universe is an extension of its own imagination. I am not a beggar in my own kingdom. I am the queen of my consciousness, and my world reflects my decree. When I say I am chosen, the unseen forces rush to obey. When I feel chosen, all of creation conspires to mirror that truth back to me in ways that defy logic. Because in this universe, feeling is creation. I understand now that being chosen is not about someone else deciding my value. It's about me deciding that I am already chosen, already adored, already loved beyond measure. I live from that knowing. I breathe from that knowing. My self-concept is rooted in divine certainty. I am not here to impress. I am here to express the fullness of the power that breathes through me. And in that expression, I am seen, I am desired, I am chosen. My mind is the altar upon which I place my assumptions. Whatever I assume to be true becomes flesh. And so I assume I am chosen. I assume I am wanted. I assume I am adored. And the mirror of life reflects it back flawlessly, faithfully, ceaselessly, because the outer world has no choice but to obey the inner decree. I no longer beg for attention, for the energy of desire itself moves toward me. It seeks me, finds me, and honors me. I am the living magnet of chosen energy. Every time I close my eyes, I feel the rhythm of this truth pulsing through me. I am chosen in love, chosen in friendship, chosen in opportunity, chosen in destiny. Everything and everyone that aligns with the vibration of my worth is drawn to me effortlessly. I am not trying to prove anything anymore. I am simply resting in the power of knowing who I am. I am the consciousness of being chosen. That is my identity. That is my natural state. People feel me before they see me. They sense something royal, something elevated, something untouchable, yet deeply magnetic. It is the energy of a woman who knows, a woman who has remembered that she is the source, that all desire begins with her, that all longing is answered through her, that she is the evidence of divine beauty made manifest. I no longer wait for anyone to choose me, for I realize that my awareness of being chosen is the actual event of being chosen. The world responds to my assumption with perfect precision. It does not delay, it does not resist, it does not question, it simply mirrors. And so I have become intentional with what I assume. I assume that love chooses me first. I assume that opportunities seek me out. I assume that everything I desire desires me with equal intensity. I am the initiator of attraction, the architect of experience, the goddess of my own existence. My life bends to my belief. There is no competition in my world, for I have transcended comparison. No one can take what is mine, because what is mine is defined by consciousness, not circumstance. When I am aware of being chosen, every person who could have overlooked me now feels compelled to notice me. They do not understand why. They only feel it. It is the silent telepathy of the soul, the energetic conversation that precedes every encounter. I am constantly broadcasting the frequency of "I am chosen," and reality cannot resist it. I feel that energy rising through me now, strong, calm, magnetic. It is the vibration of certainty, the knowing that I do not need to chase what is already mine. I live in the end of being adored. I feel the satisfaction of being desired. I taste the sweetness of being chosen, not as a momentary event, but as a permanent state of being. I have chosen myself, and therefore all of existence chooses me. I look at the world and realize that everything I experience is a reflection of my inner conversation. So I have made my inner voice a temple of love. It speaks blessings over me. It whispers of my worth, my beauty, my divine significance. It tells me that I am rare, valuable, irreplaceable. And because I hear it within, I see it without. The people around me echo that same truth. They treat me with reverence, respect, and recognition. They sense that I am the chosen one. When I enter a room, the atmosphere shifts. People's eyes are drawn toward me without effort. The energy of appreciation flows toward me like a tide. And I do not need to perform or prove. It is the effortless grace of knowing who I am. I am love in motion. I am chosen energy embodied. My world reflects my consciousness, and I have trained my consciousness to see only abundance, devotion, and selection. Every version of me across every timeline is chosen. I feel them now, converging into one radiant identity of certainty. I am not the one who waits. I am the one who decides. I am not the one who wonders. I am the one who knows. I am the cause, not the effect. I am the author, not the character. I am the divine mind that chooses itself again and again, and in that self-choosing, all of life bows in recognition. People feel safe around me because my energy is stable, grounded, loving. They sense the certainty of my worth and they rise to match it. Every interaction becomes an exchange of divine reflection. I give love freely, knowing it multiplies as it returns to me. I am not afraid of being alone, for I am never without myself, and myself is the very essence of love. From that wholeness, I am always chosen. I live from the end where I am already the one. I do not visualize to become. I imagine because I am. My imagination is the womb of creation, and within it, I feel chosen now. I do not wait for proof. I live from proof. I do not look for evidence. I embody evidence. Every heartbeat affirms that I am chosen. Every breath is a decree of worthiness. Every thought that crosses my mind is aligned with the knowing that I am desired, loved, respected, and prioritized. I can feel the invisible current of selection flowing through my life. It arranges people, places, and circumstances to reveal my chosen nature. If someone exits my life, it is because their energy no longer aligns with the frequency of being chosen. I release without fear, knowing the universe is orchestrating something greater, more aligned, more divine. My faith is unshakable because it is rooted in identity, not outcome. I am chosen regardless of who chooses me. The truth is, I have always been chosen. Before any encounter, before any appearance, before any form, the moment I became aware of being, I was chosen by life itself. I am the expression of divine selection, the reflection of consciousness, experiencing its own beauty. And so I walk through the world not seeking, but radiating, not asking, but knowing, not hoping, but claiming. I am surrounded by love because I am love. I am surrounded by admiration because I admire myself. I am surrounded by loyalty because I am loyal to my vision. Everything external mirrors the internal state of I am chosen. I see it everywhere now, in the smiles I receive, the opportunities that unfold, the synchronicities that appear out of nowhere. It is all the language of the universe confirming my assumption. I am a high-value woman not because I do more or have more, but because I know more deeply who I am. My value is not dependent on opinion, approval, or circumstance. It is eternal, unshakable, and self-sustained. I am the center of divine attention, and the world is my mirror. I move through life with quiet confidence, unbothered by noise, untouched by doubt. My stillness is power. My assurance is magnetism. My knowing is creation. The love I desire is already mine, because I am its source. The attention I crave is already mine, because I generate it from within. The connection I seek is already complete within my own consciousness. I am the answered prayer, the fulfilled wish, the realized dream. I am always chosen because I have chosen myself in every thought, every feeling, every assumption. I do not seek to control others. I master the only reality that matters, my inner world. When I choose a state, I become it. When I imagine being adored, I am adored. When I feel chosen, I am chosen. My imagination is law. My inner dialogue is command. My self-concept is destiny. Every person I meet responds to the version of me that I assume myself to be. So I assume I am unforgettable. I assume I am respected. I assume I am the priority. And instantly, people treat me accordingly. They feel the vibration of my certainty. They cannot resist it, for the universe always matches energy. I am the generator of being chosen, and the world cannot help but echo it back. There is nothing special I must do to be chosen, only something special I must remember, that I already am. When I sit in stillness, I feel the pulse of creation whisper, "You are the one." And I smile, because I know it's true. I have always been the one who is loved, the one who is seen, the one who is chosen again and again, endlessly, effortlessly, infinitely. I am always chosen because I exist in the vibration of certainty. My world listens to my inner tone, and my tone is unwavering. I am desired. I am loved. I am prioritized. I am the one they cannot forget. I don't need to hope for it or plead for it. I dwell in the knowing of it. The energy of being chosen is not something I chase. It is something I emanate. My presence communicates it without words. My energy speaks it without effort. The more I rest in that knowing, the more my world arranges itself to mirror it perfectly. Every thought that affirms my worth amplifies my magnetic field. Every feeling of being adored calls to me the experiences that prove it true. I am like the sun, radiant, unbothered, eternal. And every orbiting planet, every reflection of love and devotion in my world revolves around that inner radiance. I no longer dim myself to be understood. I no longer shrink to fit inside the expectations of others. I have remembered my divine position as the chosen one in my own creation, and I live from it naturally. I am a high-value woman because I operate from self-awareness, not self-doubt. I know that my value is not determined by what I give to others, but by the energy I hold within myself. When I say I am chosen, I am declaring sovereignty over my experience. I am announcing to the universe that I am no longer waiting for permission to be loved, adored, or respected. I am these things now. I am love's destination. I am devotion's answer. I am the reason hearts turn and minds wander. Every person that enters my world is a reflection of my internal dialogue. When I tell myself I am always chosen, life sends people who mirror that truth back to me. They show up with clarity, with consistency, with appreciation. There is no confusion, no chaos, no mixed signals, only alignment. I don't chase love. I attract commitment. I don't seek attention. I receive admiration. I don't ask to be chosen. I simply assume that I already am. and the world rushes to prove me right. In the unseen realm, my assumption is a decree. It is the command that the universe obeys without question. I no longer pray from lack. I declare from fullness. I don't visualize to fix. I imagine to experience. I close my eyes and feel the satisfaction of being adored. I feel the warmth of being valued. I rest in the peace of being prioritized. And when I open my eyes, the evidence is everywhere, because what I feel within must take form without. I am the dream in someone's heart, the calm in their storm, the inspiration behind their awakening. I am not just loved, I am revered. My energy speaks before I do. It tells the story of my worth, my softness, my strength, my divine confidence. I am not afraid to be seen because I know that visibility is natural when you are chosen. The light within me cannot be hidden. It is magnetic, drawing toward it all that matches its beauty. I am not the version of me that doubts or fears being replaced. I am the version that knows she is irreplaceable. I am not the version that clings. I am the one who allows. I release control because I trust my own energy. I know that whatever belongs to my vibration cannot miss me. My chosen nature is permanent, my value infinite. There is no competition in my reality, for the energy of chosen cannot compete, it simply commands. When I walk, I move through an ocean of admiration. When I speak, my words vibrate with power. When I smile, the world responds with devotion. I am the mirror of divine femininity, in motion, soft, strong, radiant, magnetic. I have become so aligned with the feeling of being chosen that anything less cannot even enter my experience. I do not need to protect my worth. It protects itself through the boundaries of my energy. I am deeply connected to the unseen intelligence that governs my world. It knows my desires before I even articulate them. It moves people and circumstances in my favor. It sends signs, whispers, synchronicities, all confirming my chosen identity. I might not see the full picture, but I trust the divine order. Everything unfolds in perfect timing, because I am always chosen by the flow of life itself. When I imagine love, I feel it now. When I imagine being desired, I embody it now. When I imagine being valued, I walk as if it's already true, because it is. My imagination is not fantasy. It is creation. Every inner assumption solidifies into external form. And because my assumption is unwavering, I am chosen, it must become fact in my reality. People who once overlooked me now feel drawn to me. Those who doubted my worth now feel it deeply in their bones. They don't understand why, but I do. It is the law of assumption, the telepathy of consciousness. They are responding to the frequency I've become. I don't need to say anything. I simply exist in the state, and my world translates that vibration into visible proof. I am aware of my influence, and I honor it. My energy is not chaotic, it is calm, regal, confident. I don't need to prove my worthiness. I rest in it. My silence speaks louder than words. My energy does the choosing, and life simply reflects it. I have become so aligned with the knowing of being chosen that it's impossible for me to feel lack. I am surrounded by abundance, not just of things, but of love, attention, admiration, and opportunity. I am a walking manifestation of divine favor. Everything I want wants me more. Every desire I hold desires me equally. My dreams are not distant. They are unfolding now because I already occupy the state of fulfillment. I am the chosen version of myself, and every version of reality bends to support this truth. There is a stillness within me, a deep, luxurious peace that comes from knowing I never have to chase what is mine. I am always chosen. Even before I arrive, my place is prepared. Even before I speak, hearts are open. Even before I act, doors are unlocked. I live in a universe that says yes to my assumption. When I look into the mirror, I see divinity in human form. I see the reflection of power wrapped in grace. I see the woman who decided she would no longer settle for being an option. I am not a backup plan. I am the only plan. I am the main character of every story written through my awareness. The energy of being chosen saturates every corner of my reality. I am always chosen in love because I am love. I am always chosen in success because I embody success. I am always chosen in opportunity because I assume abundance. The outer world cannot disobey me, for it is my own imagination made visible. I am not separate from the events I experience. They are my own consciousness projected. When I change my assumption, I change my world. So I have chosen the most powerful assumption of all, that I am already chosen, and that one truth eliminates every trace of insecurity, every whisper of doubt, every echo of lack. It replaces them with authority, with softness, with radiant calm, the calm of someone who knows she is secure in divine favor. My energy moves before me like light through a hallway, illuminating every path, softening every obstacle, clearing the way for miracles. I am chosen not by accident, but by design. Life itself designed me as the chosen one. When I exist in that awareness, everything flows toward me effortlessly. I don't need to manipulate, persuade, or demand. I simply allow. Every day, I reinforce this knowing. I remind myself not through effort, but through feeling. I let the warmth of certainty fill my heart. I let the vibration of worth hum through my being. I let the inner voice of love whisper, "You are the one." And I respond, "Yes, I am." When others look at me, they see someone different, but they can't quite explain it. It's the glow of self-assurance. It's the aura of divine selection. It's the quiet strength of a woman who has stopped waiting for validation because she validates herself with every breath. I am the living proof that assumption creates experience. I have assumed I am chosen, and so I am. My relationships are harmonious because I choose harmony within. My connections are deep because I am rooted in depth myself. I attract people who see me through the lens of my own self-perception, people who respect, honor, and value me without question. They feel my energy before they understand it. They feel my worth before they can describe it. They feel compelled to choose me because my vibration declares that I am already chosen. There is nothing random about the love that finds me. It is deliberate. It is divine. It is the mirror image of the energy I hold. And because my energy is consistent, my reality is consistent. The same truth echoes through every area of my life. I am always chosen. Whether in love, career, friendship, or destiny, I am the one life selects again and again. And when I close my eyes, I see myself surrounded by light, the luminous confirmation of my own worthiness. That light is not something I generate. It is something I reveal. It was always there, waiting for me to remember. I am that light, and that light is always chosen. I am always chosen because my consciousness is rooted in abundance, not lack. I no longer ask, "Why me?" In moments of blessing, I simply say, "Of course. Of course I am loved. Of course I am valued. Of course I am desired. Of course everything aligns for me." This is not arrogance. It is divine agreement with my true nature. The universe does not question my worth because I no longer do. The vibration of certainty is my resting state, and from that stillness, life blossoms in devotion to my assumption. My reality is no longer shaped by fear, by waiting, or by wondering if I'm enough. I have moved beyond those illusions. I understand now that the only power lies in awareness, and I am aware of being the chosen one. This awareness carries a frequency so high that it rearranges every event, every person, every situation to fit the pattern of my belief. People sense it before I speak. It radiates in my silence, in the way I move, in the calm authority that surrounds me. I don't force connection anymore, because connection is inevitable when you are chosen. I don't worry about timing, because divine timing is always in harmony with my energy. I don't look outside for signs. I recognize that I am the sign. My inner world is the blueprint, and my outer world follows like a reflection on still water. The moment I shift my assumption, the image shifts instantly. I have learned that being chosen isn't about someone seeing me differently. It's about me seeing myself through the eyes of love, wholeness, and divine favor. I am not trying to become worthy of love. I am love remembering itself. I no longer see myself as a seeker of affection. I am the source from which affection flows. My love is not small, not conditional, not desperate. It is vast, stable, infinite. From that depth, all who enter my world can only respond in reverence, for I mirror to them the truth of their own divinity. I am always chosen because I live from my imagination, not from appearances. I do not consult the outer world for confirmation. I consult my inner knowing, and my inner knowing is law. When I say I am chosen, the universe bows. When I feel I am chosen, reality bends to reflect it. The invisible world moves mountains for me because I have accepted my identity as the cause, not the effect. There was a time I doubted this power, a time I sought validation from others, a time I confused effort with worth. But now I see clearly, I was always the one. Even when I forgot, I was chosen. Even in my lowest moments, the universe was rearranging itself for my remembrance. I have awakened now, and there is no going back. I see the pattern behind all things, the divine choreography that has always led me home to this knowing. I no longer question why someone chooses me, because the answer is simple. They have no choice. I am the vibration of yes. I am the pulse of attraction itself. My energy speaks the language of certainty, and certainty is irresistible. I no longer analyze behavior or interpret silence. I rest in my assumption. My peace is my power. My detachment is my magnetism. My confidence is my command. I move through life as a woman who knows her place in creation. I am not in competition with anyone because I understand that my reality is self-contained. What I desire exists only for me and cannot be taken by another. Every soul that enters my world does so in perfect alignment with the state I occupy. Therefore, I am selective with my thoughts, for they are invitations. I think only of being loved, adored, valued, and prioritized, and so I am. My words are spells, and I speak only blessings. I affirm my reality with intention. I speak to the universe not as a beggar but as a creator. Every time I declare I am chosen, I am commanding the unseen to bring forth evidence of that truth. My world listens attentively, lovingly, faithfully, and it always responds. The delay between thought and manifestation grows shorter every day because I no longer contradict myself. I am unwavering in my assumption. I have discovered the secret, to live as if the wish is already fulfilled. I do not imagine being chosen in the future. I feel chosen now. I walk as the chosen woman now. I breathe as the chosen woman now. I respond to life from the end. And because the end is where creation begins, I live in the finished result. There is no waiting, no hoping, no wondering, only knowing. Every interaction becomes evidence of this knowing. Strangers smile more warmly. Opportunities present themselves naturally. Those who once seemed distant now move closer, drawn by the gravity of my energy. My world softens in my favor. I feel it constantly, the gentle pull of divine alignment wrapping around me like an invisible embrace. I am no longer surprised by miracles. I expect them. I do not call them miracles anymore. They are simply the natural expression of my assumption. I have chosen myself so completely that life can only echo that choice back to me. Every love story, every success, every blessing begins with me choosing myself first. When I look back on the past, I see how every experience was guiding me to this remembrance. Every rejection was redirection. Every delay was divine timing. Every challenge was a mirror asking me, will you still choose yourself? And I did, again and again, until my self-concept became unshakable. Until I realized that being chosen is not an event, it is an identity. My identity now is wholeness. My aura radiates peace, certainty, and high value. I don't chase love because love chases me. I don't compete for attention because attention seeks me out. I don't beg for respect because respect is written in my energy. Every person I meet feels it, the subtle authority of a woman who knows she is chosen. I feel this truth in my body. My posture shifts. My heartbeat steadies. My breath deepens. Every cell vibrates with the frequency of being desired, wanted, and adored. My body listens to my assumption, aligning itself with the energy of chosen certainty. The more I embody this, the more radiant I become. My beauty deepens because it comes from within. My confidence glows from the core of my being. I am chosen in every timeline, across every possibility. There is no version of me where I am not valued. Every path leads to the same conclusion. I am always chosen. Even when I think I've lost something, it is being rearranged for my highest good. Even when someone walks away, it is making room for something truer, purer, more aligned. There are no losses in my world, only redirections toward greater expressions of being chosen. I am one with the intelligence that orchestrates worlds. I am one with the mind that dreamed the stars into being. And that same mind has chosen me to experience love, abundance, and fulfillment. When I declare I am chosen, I am not speaking to a distant deity. I am speaking to the divine within me. That inner divinity nods and says, yes, and so it is. Everything I imagine is already done. I do not need to strive, I only need to dwell. I dwell in the feeling of being chosen. I dwell in the end. I dwell in peace. My imagination is heaven, and my world is its reflection. When I imagine being loved, I am loved. When I imagine being admired, I am admired. When I imagine being chosen, I am chosen. I live in a world that loves me back. I live in a universe that conspires for me. Every sound, every color, every movement carries the vibration of my chosen state. The world is not against me, it is me. And because I am love, because I am choice, because I am certainty, everything aligns accordingly. The more I embody this truth, the more effortless life becomes. What once felt hard now flows. What once felt distant now appears. What once felt impossible now feels natural. I have stepped into alignment with divine ease. I am no longer pushing against reality. I am allowing it to serve me. People who come into my world feel safe in my presence because my energy is stable. They feel loved because I love myself. They feel chosen because I have chosen myself. I am the mirror that awakens others to their own worth. My very existence is a reminder of what it means to live consciously, intentionally, powerfully. I no longer seek external validation, for the inner voice has become my ultimate authority. That voice whispers constantly, "You are the one," and I believe it. I let it sink into my bones, into my cells, into the fabric of my reality. Every thought that aligns with that voice expands my world. Every assumption that matches that tone multiplies my blessings. When I look around now, I see my reflection in every loving gesture, every opportunity, every moment of grace. I am surrounded by proof that I am chosen. I am the author of it all. I am the consciousness that spoke I am into being. And the moment I did, I was chosen. I was loved. I was complete.